In a world where beauty opens doors, Naomi Campbell didn't just walk through them, she kicked them wide open. From a working-class childhood in London to global superstardom, this is the story of a woman who defied expectations, shattered glass ceilings, and built a legacy of power, controversy, and resilience. Naomi Elaine Campbell was born on May 22, 1970, in Streatham, South London. Her mother, Valerie Morris, was a Jamaican-born dancer, often away touring, leaving Naomi in the care of relatives. Naomi never knew her father. He abandoned the family before she was born, a void that would later shape her views on parenthood and independence. At just 3 years old, Naomi began attending the Barbara Speake Stage School. By 10, she was studying ballet at the prestigious Italia Conti Academy. Her dream? To become a dancer. Her first appearance in front of a camera came early. At age 8, she starred in Bob Marley's 1978 music video for Is This Love, a subtle hint of the global stage that awaited her. Everything changed in 1986. While window shopping in London's Covent Garden, 15-year-old Naomi was scouted by Beth Bolt of Synchro Model Agency. Within months, just shy of her 16th birthday, she graced the cover of British Elle. That cover was just the beginning. The world had never seen anyone like her, and soon they wouldn't be able to look away. As the 1980s ended, Naomi walked for giants: Gianni Versace, Azzedine Alaïa, whom she called her Papa, and Isaac Mizrahi. She wasn't just a model, she was a force. With Christy Turlington and Linda Evangelista, she formed the Trinity, the most recognizable faces in fashion. Along with Cindy Crawford and Kate Moss, they became the Big Six, the original supermodels. But behind the glitz was a fight for equality. Naomi faced harsh racial discrimination. Brands told her black models wouldn't sell. She earned less than her white peers and was often passed over for major ad campaigns. In 1988, Yves Saint Laurent threatened to pull advertising unless French Vogue featured Naomi. They listened. She became the first black woman on its cover. She later broke barriers on British Vogue and Time magazine. Her peers stood with her. Turlington and Evangelista famously said, "If you don't use Naomi, you don't get us." Naomi wasn't just walking runways. She was changing the industry. Naomi ventured into music in 1994, releasing her R&B album Baby Woman. While critics mocked it, it sold well in Japan. That same year, she published a novel, Swan, though she later admitted it was ghostwritten. As her fame grew, so did her reputation for being difficult. Legal issues followed. In 1998, she was convicted of assaulting her assistant. In 2007, she pled guilty to throwing a phone at her housekeeper. In 2008, she assaulted police officers during a luggage dispute at Heathrow. In 2015, she was found guilty of assaulting a paparazzo. Yet Naomi didn't hide. She turned her community service into a spectacle, wearing designer clothes and even chronicling her experiences in the Naomi Diaries for W magazine. Many asked, was she really a diva, or was the industry uncomfortable with a powerful black woman who refused to be silent? In 2010, Naomi testified at a war crimes tribunal about diamonds she allegedly received from Liberian dictator Charles Taylor. Though never charged, her involvement drew intense media attention. She was also linked to Jeffrey Epstein through social circles and flight logs. Naomi later addressed this on her YouTube channel, stating she was disgusted by his actions and supported his victims. Naomi's love life included high-profile relationships with U2's Adam Clayton, Flavio Briatore, Vladislav Doronin, and Skepta. She's also been linked to Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, and Diddy, though she's clarified they share a sibling-like bond. In May 2021 and again in June 2023, Naomi announced the births of her daughter and son via surrogacy. A self-proclaimed single mom, she proudly stated her children don't need a father, echoing the strength of her own mother. While some criticized her views, others saw a woman carving her own path. Naomi used her voice to demand change. In 2013, she co-founded the Diversity Coalition, calling out designers for excluding models of color, labeling it a racist act. But even her philanthropy faced backlash. In 2024, she was banned from acting as a UK charity trustee for 5 years. Her charity, Fashion for Relief, was found to have spent only 8.5% of its income on actual charitable grants. Naomi blamed a fraudulent trustee and claimed she was a victim of deception, not wrongdoing. Naomi refused to fade. She returned to the spotlight, mentoring young models on the face, launching her YouTube series No Filter with Naomi, and advocating for diversity. She executive produced the film Invisible Beauty, appeared in campaigns for Victoria's Secret and Hugo Boss, and was featured in Apple TV Plus' The Supermodels. In 2024, London's Victoria and Albert Museum honored her with a solo exhibition, Naomi in Fashion. Over 100 outfits, decades of influence, a life of transformation. They said she wouldn't last, that a black model couldn't be the best, that her fire would burn out. But Naomi Campbell didn't just survive, she thrived. She became a legend, a mogul, a mother, and a mouthpiece for change. She didn't wait for permission. She kicked down the door, and now the industry can't afford to shut her out.
She's not just in fashion.
She is fashion.